Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or hi, my name is Stacy if you're new here. So for today's video, I'm doing a massive K-beauty haul of my most recent K-beauty purchases. And I kind of do like mini reviews of each thing. And then I also do like a try on of some of the products, but not every single product since I can't fit everything on my face since I bought a lot of stuff. So if you want to see that and how I got this look, then just keep on watching. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, because it really helps out my channel and it would really mean a lot to me. And let's just get right into the video. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with just applying like a regular base because I didn't haul any like new foundations. So I'm gonna start off with the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation today. So this is because someone commented asking me to like show it in action. So I have the shade 3.8, but I think currently it's a little bit dark for me because I've been getting progressively paler since it's been like winter, so I've just been inside and like I literally do not go outside these days. So I'll put some. Also because this is like a lighter to medium coverage, I don't think the shade match is gonna be that big of a deal, but just letting you know. I'm taking my Rare Beauty foundation brush. Yeah, actually, as you can see, the shade match is actually not bad. So I haven't worn this in a bit because I've been trying new foundations. So it's actually pretty good. And you can also see that the texture is pretty runny. Like, it's very lightweight, kind of watery-like. But yeah, this is just a really nice foundation for when you just want your skin to look perfected. And also for like those lighter coverage days. But it's not like it's so light that it doesn't do anything. I feel like it's the perfect light to medium coverage. And it just looks like super seamless. Because as you can see, as I'm like blending it, you can't even tell like where I'm adding the foundation, but it just automatically like makes it look more perfected. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's undetectable. So yeah, actually the shade is good. So I take back what I said. Okay, so I turned off my ring light, and this is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in 3.8, and I just swatched it to a couple of like more popular foundations that I thought were similar-ish. This is the Pat McGrath foundation in Light 5. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation in Mont Blanc, and this is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation in 3N. So currently I feel like my best shade match is the Mont Blanc one because I'm just paler than I usually am right now. But since the coverage is honestly on the lighter side, it basically ends up looking the same as these other foundations. So yeah, if you're around my shade, this is a good shade. Okay, so now getting into the haul. Like, this is actually massive. So the first thing I wanted to show you guys is this Espoir Pillow Peach palette. It's not the cutest thing. It comes in this little bow. This is me retying it, so it looks a little bit messed up. But this was their fall winter release for last year, but I've been a little bit late to the game when it comes to K-beauty stuff because I only just started getting obsessed with it. After you untie it, it looks like this, and then you open it like this, like a little booklet. I picked this one up because I feel like it's the perfect like peachy nude palette. These two shimmer shades look really beautiful. Basically, it's super convenient because you have a blush at the top and then you have just like 4 mattes and 2 shimmers, which is really nice. And all the colors are like super nude, peachy, pinky tones. This is the perfect, nice, peachy everyday palette. The only downside I would say is that it doesn't stay closed by itself. You have to like manually tie this every time and like untie it when you want to open it. I just don't tie the bow, so it is a little bit inconvenient, but I feel like it's super cute. Also, this is like Espoir's kind of like limited edition palettes. Like, they come out every season, so there's already like a new mint one out. But yeah, I like this peach one better, so I picked this one up. And I think you can still get this like either on the Espoir website or on Olive Young. The second palette I have to show you is this Dasique palette. I think that's how you pronounce it, but I'm not sure. This is the Pastel Dream palette. This is super pretty. This is like their pink palette. I also just ordered a bunch more, which will be coming in soon. So basically what drew me to these is that I think Dasique is known for their kind of like shimmery eyeshadows. They have these very like micro glittery shimmers. They're just super pretty on the eyes. I'm pretty sure I found them on Instagram first, and I was just super attracted to like their product photos because the glitter just looks super pretty, and it's a very fine type of glitter. You can get most of these on Olive Young, but I actually got this Pastel Dream palette specifically off of Amazon because this isn't on Olive Young and it's only on Amazon for some reason, sold by Dasique. So yeah, if you want this specific shade, I got it off Amazon. So next up, I bought these Espoir Real Eye palettes. So I have 4 right now, which I bought these off of Amazon because if I can find it on Amazon and if it's like about the same price, I will buy it on Amazon just because the shipping is way faster. So I got these 4 colors off Amazon, but I also ordered more of these off the actual Espoir website. So I'll show you the ones I have with me right now. First off, I have this Mauve Me palette. This is really nice for summer cool tones. I also have a TikTok of me using this, and I uploaded the same to Reels on Instagram. So if you want to see this palette in action specifically, you can see it on either my IG or TikTok, which I'll link down below. If you're interested, you guys should really follow me on IG and TikTok for more short form content. I'm gonna try to like post on there more, especially types of videos that I feel like are too short to be on YouTube. So I'm gonna post those on IG and TikTok, so definitely follow me there. Let me know what you guys think about YouTube Shorts. Should I start a YouTube channel that just has YouTube Shorts on it? Let me know what your guys' opinion is on the YouTube Short thing, because I would basically just be reposting my Instagram and TikToks there. Yeah, let a girl know. So anyway, next up we have this palette in the shade Rosy Feed. So this is a really nice like rosy palette. I'm pretty sure that these Espoir palettes are super popular in Korea, just because as you can see, like you have your few eyeshadow colors, and then you also have a blush and a contour included in each palette, and then you always have like this deepening eye shade, and then you have your mattes, you have your glitters. So it's just overall a really good and compact combination, and I feel like these are really good for giving you those like everyday looks. Like I definitely seen these types of palettes be some Korean people's like holy grails. And then next up, Nude Moon. So yeah, this is just a nice like brownie palette, more on the like bronzy goldish side, but still nude enough. Like it doesn't look too warm for my taste, so that's why I picked this one up. And lastly, oh, this one's really pretty too. This is the shade Apricot Me. So yeah, this is a really light peachy tone palette. I think this would be perfect for spring, and this is also perfect for spring warm tones, especially spring warm light. This is a beautiful, beautiful palette. Okay, so these next three palettes I'm going to show you, they're all like fall winter vibes. So the first one is the Etude Autumn Closet palette. This is just like really nice cool toned neutrals. It actually doesn't go super cool toned. There isn't like really a purple undertone in these. They're just like super neutral and muted. But yeah, these are like my types of neutrals. Like if I want to go for like a true neutral eye, like these are my types of colors. So I really like these. You also have these like slightly more mauvey tones on this side, and then slightly more brown or like latte leaning shades over here. So I just really like that you kind of have like the two variations, and it's just a really nice compact palette. So next up, I have two Clio palettes. I have the Clio Into Lace palette. So it looks like this. So the reason why I was attracted to this one is because it has the most shimmers out of the Clio Pro eye palettes. These Clio Pro eye palettes are super popular in Korea. Like everybody has them. Pro makeup artists use them. And also aespa, the K-pop group, is like the face of Clio right now. So I feel like they might have some renewed hype because of that. But these again are just really nice, pretty nude shades. They're a little bit more warm toned than the Autumn Closet one. These glitters just look super beautiful. And then Clio also came out with this Pro eye palette collection. The ones in this like clear packaging are with aespa, and like this new packaging is so nice. I just love how see-through it is, and it just looks like very high quality compared to the older Clio ones. Like this one just looks so much more expensive than this one, but they're like the same price. And yeah, I just really like the color composition of the Clio palettes. So this is the only one I hauled this time of these newer ones. I did also buy the two other ones of the fall winter release, and I bought the two new ones that they just came out with for spring summer. So whenever that comes in, I'll be doing a review on those since they are like new products. So this is the Clio Pro eye palette in the shade Autumn Breeze in Seoul Forest. This is a really nice palette for autumn, I feel like. And again, usually not the biggest fan of like super warm tones, but I feel like these are definitely like on the warm tone side, but they also have this like muted grayness to them, and I feel like is a little bit hard to find in warm tone palettes, because like a lot of warm toned palettes tend to be like very saturated, so it's almost like too saturated for me. I like that this is warm tone, but it's not as vibrant as other warm tone nude palettes. So that's all the palettes in this haul. So I think today I'm gonna go into the Into Lace palette because it's the most kind of nude, and I also want it to like lean a little bit warm toned. Okay, so I like how it's basically arranged in a gradient from lightest to darkest, so you literally can just go in a line like that. So I'm just gonna start off and put that lightest base shadow all over my lids. Okay, and then going into the second lightest shadow, again just putting that all over the eyelid, but in like a smaller area. And also putting that on the bottom lash line. Going into the middle depth shade, and I'm just gonna put this kind of like in the crease, give more of a contoured effect. So I will say the thing about this palette is it probably isn't the most versatile. Like you're not gonna get different looking looks out of this. Okay, and then I'm gonna go into the second deepest shade, kind of like in the outer corner. Also, I feel like this one is more pigmented. So I like that actually with the glitters, you can kind of change the effect you want. You can go for a more subtle everyday look, or if you want a more glam sparkly look, you have these deeper ones that are definitely way more impactful. I'm gonna go in with this smoother metallic one first, and just put that all over the eye as like the main eye color. So yeah, this one's quite impactful, like you don't really have to build it up that much. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with this deeper metallic shade and kind of put that towards the outer parts, blending that into the mattes that we used. And now I want to go into this bigger point glitter. It has like these gold and green glitters in it, and I'm just gonna put that on the center just to give it some of that extra sparkle. I'm actually going to use this little brush that comes with the Clio palette, and we're going to try to use that to put this really fine glittery eyeshadow on my Eggo cell in the inner corner. So let's try that. I I really like this pointy brush for that. I feel like it makes it really easy to just like get in there and do a more precise application. Ooh, that glitter is super pretty. It's like very fine, but it does have those like shimmery particles in it, which I really like. You can see the difference here. Just really makes your eyes like pop and twinkle. So super pretty. I'm really happy with how that turned out. So now I'm gonna go into the deepest shade and just use that for my eyeliner. Okay, so now the eyes are pretty much all done. I'm just gonna go off camera to do my mascara, and then I'll be right back to do the rest of the face. Okay, so now I'm back with the eyes all done. I just wanna show you guys a quick close-up of it. Now I want to show you these Peripera blushes I bought. These are their Pure Blushed Sunshine Cheek blushes. These are also like super popular, especially because they're like really cheap. They're like $5 or something. Their quality is pretty good. They're a very smooth formula, so I can see why they're so popular. And they all have this really cute imprint in it that says, "It's okay, you shine." Okay, so I got the shades 01 Calm Pink and 02 Milk Tea Coral. The pink one is a little bit cooler and the Milk Tea Coral is a little bit warm. But the pink one is actually kind of a warm pink, like it's not super cool. And these two are more pigmented, whereas the shades Milky Peach and Morning Blush are like super white based. I thought that they were gonna be like pale, but like on my skin, they pretty much turn white. But I have found a use for these, which is like they're very brightening. They actually like highlight your face. If you feel like your cheeks a little bit like sallow or sunken in, or you just want to add more volume to like this cheek area, like these are great for that, because as we know from like contouring and stuff, like if you put a light color, it will expand the area. I'll kind of show you that today. I guess we're going for a warm look because I feel like my eye is pretty warm. I'm gonna start off with this Milky Peach shade. So it's like super pretty. Okay, so hopefully you can see that difference. It does add this tiny like peachy tinge in comparison, and it kind of like brightens this area. So I do like the effect, but I would never use like such a pale shade on its own. I'm gonna use another blush on top of this. I really like using these as a blush base. And you can see how it kind of like adds volume to this cheek, like it just looks more like poofy. So yeah, now I'm just gonna do it to the other one. Yeah, it literally gives like this highlighting effect. So I feel like the eye look is on the warmer side. I'm gonna go in with this Milk Tea Coral shade. We're just gonna place that like right here on the cheeks, just to add that little bit of color. Because if you follow me, you know that I like that really blushy look. So I can't just keep it at that like really pale blush. But if you like really subtle blushes and just want that highlighting slash skin brightening effect, I feel like the pale blush would be really good for you. Or you can use it like me as like a blush base. And I feel like it does make a difference. Like, I don't know, I feel like it just makes my skin look brighter and plumper. Okay, so now onto lips, which I got a ton of. And I plan to do like full lip collection swatching videos on my TikTok slash Instagram Reels slash maybe YouTube Shorts. So stay tuned for that, like, because I'm not gonna like swatch all of these right now. The first ones I have to show you are these new Peripera Ink the Velvets from the Nude collection. So when I first saw this collection, I was like super into it because it's basically like all these nudie kind of milky latte shades, but like with different undertones. You'll definitely be able to find like whichever one suits you the best, like based on like what colors you like slash which undertone you are. Nude lips are definitely my favorite like types of lips, especially because you can also use them as a base color and then you just like do a brighter color in the center. I'm just in love with these. Also, the Ink Velvet line from Peripera is perfect. The Ink the Velvet line is my favorite lip line from Peripera. I think it's better than the airy ones and like all the other ones basically, at least for the matte lips. So I also got a bunch of these. So these are the new Amuse Shoe Velvet line. I have more, but I just can't hold that many. Also gonna do a short swatch video of these soon. These are from Amuse, which are like a newer line. Like they're not one of the super popular like OG lines. And they're known for being a vegan Korean brand, which is not super common. These Shoe Velvets are their newest lip launch, and they're basically just like matte velvet tints. They have that very like air whipped texture and then kind of like set down, but don't end up being completely transfer proof. But they are like transfer resistant. I picked these Amuse ones up because I specifically really like the shades that Amuse comes out with. They're very nuanced and also a little bit on the more nude or like muted side, which is a little bit hard to find in K-beauty products sometimes. Definitely check out Amuse if you're interested in vegan beauty or just like more muted or nuanced shades. I feel like they have some really good ones. And also from Amuse, I got a bunch of these Amuse Dew Tints. So these are like kind of what put Amuse on the map from what I know. Like these are their main kind of hit product. So yeah, these dewy tints are really nice. They're very much like a watery tint. I remember that they're made up of like a high concentration of like water. It's like not tacky or sticky at all, very thin, and the colors it comes in are really beautiful. So I picked up a ton. So yeah, these are like a perfect glowy tint if you're looking for that. I also picked up this other formula from Amuse called their Dew Velvet tint. These are basically one of those water blur tints that got super popular in Korea a few months ago, which are basically like they go on like a water stain, like very watery, very liquidy, and like kind of moisturizing almost, and then they dry down to a complete like transfer proof matte velvet finish. So kind of similar to the Etude fixing tints, but the Etudes are a little creamier when they go on, like they're not so watery. I only got this in one shade because I wasn't sure how much I would like it, and I actually don't recommend this Amuse one that much just because, here, I'll show you. So first of all, this is like super sheer. To be fair, the color I picked is like one of the lightest colors, so it is like more on the nude side, but even so, I mean, you can see a difference between my bottom lip and my top lip, but there is barely any difference. So I actually do like the shade of this. This is in the shade 복숭아꽃, which means like peach blossom. But yeah, it's like a really pretty peachy nude, so I do enjoy the color, although I do find the product like a little bit sheer. You can see like how it's very natural looking and how it went on like very watery, but now it's like completely matte, like zero transfer, very thin, like it just sinks right into the lips. And I'm gonna try to build this up. But if you're like a super kind of natural makeup girl and you also like hate the feeling of thick lip products, you might like this. I feel like it's not the best of these like watery blur tints. And it's a little bit too sheer for my taste, even though I do like sheer lip products. But overall, I will still be like using this. Like I still think it's a pretty lip color, it's just not the ideal. And I do want to compare that actually to this watery blur tint, which is from Clio. It's called Dewy Blur Tint, and this is in the shade Silent Wine. And basically this is like the similar concept where it goes on watery but then dries down completely matte, but it's like super thin and sinks into the lips like a lip stain would, but not as uneven as a traditional lip stain. It's basically like all the pros of a lip stain. I just like this one better because it's more pigmented. The color definitely like shows up better, but you could also like blur it out how you want to. Like it doesn't require as much building up as this does. I feel like it's like easier to work with. I also bought more of these, but they haven't arrived yet. I only have this Silent Wine shade, so I'll just show you since this is the only shade I have, but this one too. So I use this as a gradient. You can see how like it goes on very watery. Also transfer proof. So yeah, you can see why these types of tints are super popular, especially in the day and age of masks. Okay, so now I'm going to remove this because it's a little bit too cool tone, I feel like, for the eye look. I want to go for like a warmer, nudier look. I have these Roman Dewyful water tints. As you all know, I love Roman as a brand, like especially their lip products, never miss. This Dewyful water tint, I think is pretty similar to the Amuse Dew Tint. They're just like these watery, glowy tints that feel like water on your lips, but they're like very thin, so like, you can't like feel them on your lips like a gloss. There's no tackiness, no stickiness. So if you don't like traditional glosses, you might want to look into these. And they do have some staining power though, so be aware. I like the staining power because my lips are super pale. I like it when my lip color can like last a bit longer. I think I'm gonna use the Amuse lip products today just because I've like never talked about them or featured them on my channel. And I feel like Amuse is a pretty like underrated brand, so I'm just gonna feature them today. So I'm gonna use their new Chou Velvet formula first. So this is in the shade Seoul. So I'm gonna use this as a base. This is what I mean by like their colors are so pretty. It's just a very nuanced nude shade. Like it's kind of like a pinky peachy nude, and it's on the lighter side, but it's not too light. Like it doesn't wash me out. I don't know. It's just like the perfect kind of in between brighter nude shade. And then I'm gonna use their famous Amuse Dew Tint, and this is in the shade 복숭아. So I'm just gonna put that in the center because I do like the center of my lips to be hydrated. You can see how like watery it is. So, yeah, and it adds like a little bit of that glow and just makes my lips feel nice and hydrated. Now I'm just gonna set my face with some Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I really need to restock. I'm gonna restock during the VIB sale that's coming up. So this is the finished makeup look from my huge K-beauty haul. I think it's super pretty, like warm toned, kind of like peachy nude look. I just love how everything came together and it looks super pretty and natural, but yet a little bit glam, like with the eye look. Definitely my style. That's about it for today's video. Don't forget to let me know down in the comments like what you guys think about YouTube Shorts. Should I start a different channel? Should I just implement it into this channel? Do you guys not like shorts? Just let me know your opinions on that. Don't forget to follow me on my TikTok and Instagram for my future swatch videos. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and comment and subscribe down below if you want to see more content like this, because it really helps out my channel and it would really mean a lot to me. And I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.